Alright, this is Trayson with Trayson's Toy Box doing another video for you here. I had a question about the ballast bags that I have repurposed and am using underneath my Surfside seats. Pretty much almost all of my friends, everybody in my family, we all surf regular, so my boat is really optimized for the regular. Now, one of the first things that I did when buying the boat is got big old 1100 bags for the rear. When I did that, that left me with two of the OEM bags from the rear, which are 400s. Now the 400 bags are 10 by 20 by 54 inch fly highs, which I went ahead and wrote that on the bag so that I could remember. And these bags fit perfectly from the cutout where my cooler is on my XLV all the way up, and they butt up against my battery compartment. So it's a perfect fit. I'm getting basically the full 400 pounds out of it. And so what I did is I retrofitted and redid my entire ballast system with new pumps and new through holes and new everything basically. And when I did that, I went ahead and I still had the OEM through hole with the scupper. And so I got myself a Johnson reversible pump. Now, because I was using it for just the 400 bags, I went ahead and kept it with the 3/4 inch because the hose size doesn't affect too much the output on the reversible pumps. It affects it a lot on the aerator pumps. So what I have here is the reversible. The water comes into it from this right here. This is a one-way check valve, so water can only go one direction. And this will tee it off to one of two places. This is just a ball valve that cuts off, and it ends in a quick hose connect. So if I wanted to attach an auxiliary hose to pump water in or out, I could attach it here and use that. I've used it to kind of suck water out of my bilge before. And then the other one goes forward up here and ultimately tees again. So this tee is going to the back of the bag where the water can fill or drain this particular bag. It also has a vent line with a check valve on it, and the vent line makes it so that when the reversible pump is sucking the air out, you can see it just sucks it down nice and flat and gets all the water out, which is pretty great. I went ahead and put the drain line towards the stern so that, you know, as I'm naturally like driving away or whatever, if the bow is up, it's going to be a little bit easier for it to drain. This vent line has a check valve, and it goes up and exits on its own through hole. So essentially I know both visually and audibly that my bag is full when the water starts coming out the above water through hole drain line or vent line. That essentially is something I really like. A lot of people do it simple. They fill and drain with just the one hole. They don't have a vent line, or they tee their vent lines into maybe a bilge pump through hole or something like that. As you'll find out in the future, I am not shy about drilling holes in my boat, and I am, you know, pretty okay with having you know, something that functions better, and a few holes don't scare me. This T-line I can open or shut, as well as that one. I pretty much found out early on that having two bags hooked to the same pump, it just wasn't as efficient having them, you know, the lines going to both of them. And so I have these ball valves to just open or shut, and choose to fill or drain this under the seat bag, or fill or drain the forward bag, which you'll see is up there. Basically the same setup, one line to fill and drain and one line to vent with a check valve on it. And so that one is another 400 bag. It kind of is made into a point at the front of the boat, because that particular locker follows the contour of the bow. And so my estimate is that that particular bag will fill to maybe 250 pounds because it's not able to expand all the way. But having that bow weight is priceless. It's super important to be able to get that length on your wave instead of just having something that's tall and short. It takes a lot of work on the XLV to get every little bit of length out of this hole as you can. So that's pretty much the setup. As you can see, there is the locker that that bag is underneath, and so that cushion will pop a little bit, which is fine, and obviously it will likewise you know, drain water out of the vent through hole, and you'll be able to know when the bag's full that way too. So that's the setup that I've done on my surf side under the seat ballast. Obviously I have a lot more ballast in this boat, and I'll be doing some future videos that address that. If you have any questions or comments, by all means post them up, and make sure you subscribe, because I'll be doing a lot more of these videos to answer questions and to just show you some of the work that I've done on my boat. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Trace and Toy Box signing out.